Welcome to the Graps podcast. Episode whatever it is, 26, 27, something like that. We're racking them up though, that's for sure. I'm Raybuster, that's Khalid. We are back on Monday finally. Holy fuck. It's been like 2 weeks since we had a Monday episode. Back on a normal schedule. We're back with another just a weekend roundup slash what's coming up early in the week. I think we'll go more in depth into the G1. We'll talk about like the weekend that's coming up, even though we usually do it on Thursdays, but it's fine. Whatever. We'll cover like I said, the G1, Collision, a little bit of Stardom, but as far outside of those, there wasn't that many other shows. I mean, there's N1 stuff, but I didn't watch any of it. None of the matches really piqued my interest too much. But
I think Tavion, he beat someone.
He beat Soya.
Oh,
I think.
Soya. Yeah.
And I know he wrestled Soya. If he didn't beat Soya, then I'm a dumbass. But new segment on the show this week, guys. News. Not a lot. I'm not gonna get on here and be like, bro.
Wrestling Observer
newsletter. And talking about plans for future WWE shows in Paris and just a bunch of shit we don't care about. We're not gonna fake caring about that shit. However, there was a lot of news this week. Some sad, some pretty beast. One specifically that really got me going, but we'll get to that in a second. Sadly though, we're gonna start off with bad news. Yuya, Atsushi Katoge, and Elihil, the Dr. Ragnar Jr. have all dropped out of either the G1 or the N1. Yuya, you said he broke his arm, right? Did it look like he broke his arm?
It looked more like a fracture. He didn't break it because he was like.
What's the difference?
A fracture is like not as big as a break. So like for example, like Shota had a hip fracture, but his hip didn't break. His hip would have been broken. He wouldn't have been wrestling at all.
Right.
A fracture is like, you could basically say it's like a crack in the bone.
That makes sense. Okay.
So like he did a frog splash, and I believe Yoda got his knees up, but his arm it just collapsed, like kind of like they put their arms out
to
brace themselves, and it wasn't his whole arm, it was his elbow. Elbow.
Okay.
So like he could move it all like this, but his elbow was just you could see it was like this, and as he was I'm not gonna lie, to me it was pretty beast because they kept the match going for another like 10 minutes, and and he won the match.
Yeah.
The comeback sequence, insane. Because Yoda started giving him forearms, and he was like, "Oh yeah, fuck you," and just fucking headbutted him. I was like, "Oh my!"
I went back and I watched Takeshita and Oleg, and then I didn't watch Yuya and Tsuji because I was like, I don't know how bad the break is or the fracture was. But then I was like, I don't want to get depressed about it again because they were like, you sent that message to me. I woke up to that message and I was like,
yeah. It was
and then
rough,
like the news of him dropping out came out last night, I think.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, fuck.
It was to me, and he cut like he cut like a whole promo at the end too because it was the main event.
Yeah.
So yeah, I honestly like you should watch it because it happens so fast that you really don't even notice the injury. I only saw it because I went back after the night was over. I went back on Twitter and I slowed it down. I was like, oh, that's what happened. But it happened so quick that he does the move, he rolls over, and he's holding his arm. You can see him looking at his arm. He's like, oh, and he rolls out. And then for the rest of the match, he's just holding his arm, and it's like kind of limp, but like, come back to the beast. He wins the match. Like,
also, I forgot about this. I mentioned that there was no matches from the N1 that piqued my interest over the weekend. That's a lie. Kaito and Oiwa was awesome. They went to a time limit draw, and it fucking
They posted it on YouTube. It was so
ruled.
good to
I
post it on
know.
YouTube. Yeah,
I wish more
that's
companies
good.
would do that, but
Yeah.
that match fucking rocked. That was beast. Katoge dropped out of the N1 due to a neck injury, and Wagner dropped out due to a cervical sprain, which I believe is also like a upper neck injury. I believe. I could be wrong, but
Neck back somewhere in
yeah,
there.
something like that. The Wagner one.
Very,
I mean,
yeah,
the UU one is sad, but the Wagner one is like that severely dampens my interest in the N1. I was already not like all that interested in it, to be honest. But Wagner, I was like actually going to look forward to watching every Wagner match. But he's out.
Fucking
So we'll see, I guess, what happens.
The weird thing about Katoge is Katoge was Shiozaki's replacement.
He was, yeah.
And he also got a neck injury.
Yeah.
That is
I assume now what they'll do, maybe the same thing with Yuya. Well, definitely the same thing. It's way too late to replace somebody with you or replace Yuya's spot. But they'll probably just reward all their opponents with points as if they won, you know. Yeah, that sucks. Really sad. Mina Shirakawa is in the US and will be here for I think they said the duration of the 5-star Grand Prix, right? It's like a month.
I believe so, yeah.
I'm excited because I assume she'll be at Wembley in some capacity for the match, the Tony and Mariah match. This one, I don't even think. Did you hear about the Bandito stuff? He hasn't been cleared at all since, like, still.
That he hasn't?
Hasn't been cleared at all.
Oh, okay.
Made me sad. I didn't know. I figured it would have been bigger. Like, I saw nobody talk about it. He hasn't been cleared at all, according to Dave Meltzer. So yeah, that's fucking sad. The big one is Tom Bill, brother. Tom Bill is all elite. You know, that's just, you guys know how big a fan we are of Tom Bill. We were ready to crown him with a world fucking title the moment we saw him wrestle Dax. Templario is getting his work visa in about a month. I need him on Dynamite soon, as soon as possible.
Templario and Kimelito on my AEW television, please.
ASAP.
Thank you. ASAP, please. Thank you.
Big Bobby Lashley. There's a specific part of the story that made me like it popped me huge. So he's being talked about backstage in AEW. No offer has been made because he's under contract still, but I think that ends this week. However, there's apparently interest in Lashley from Japan and the fighting world. These people still want him. Bellator still wants this fucking guy.
That's crazy.
That fucking rules. If he goes and does MMA instead of wrestling, that's gonna fucking. What a worker, dude. What a fucking worker. Okay, that's about most of the news that I wanted to get into. Kevin Sullivan passed away. Rest in peace, brother. But that's about it. That's about all the news. The G1 Climax is ongoing. Did you know that?
I think I heard some things about it, but I haven't really been tuning in.
A block. Zack Sabre Jr. leading his fucking block. He's gonna win the whole thing. Do you agree? Is that like an actual?
Sure. Who has he lost to? Shota, Jingo. Yeah. He'll probably win the whole thing.
I think he's at least gonna be in the finals. Against who? I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
B block is confusing.
It's a very pivotal night tonight. What's confusing about it? What's up with it?
Jeff Cobb and they've been feeling like the fucking leaders. No chance they get to the finals, right?
Ren's a leader too.
Does he have 10?
Yeah.
Oh, he does have 10. Fuck. Yeah. Well, okay. A block. Zack Sabre Jr. 12 points. Evil, Naito 10 points. Shingo, Great Kong, Jake Lee, Sonata 8 points. And then Gabe, Shota, and Callum are all out. And then B block. Jeff Cobb, David Finlay, and Narita are all at 10 points. Takeshita, Goto, and Tsuji all have 8. And then Hinari, Oleg, and ELP are all out. Oleg makes me very sad. His match with Takeshita was fucking awesome. Dude,
Very
the
awesome.
German suplexes. Oh my fuck. That shit. I was beating my chest. That shit fucking rocked. You have put together the, what happens with, the outcomes of the remaining nights of the G1. So go ahead, dude. Take over.
Okay. So basically, well, first off, this isn't next weekend. The Block A day is tonight.
Like
and
the knockouts?
not the knockout, but like the last day for points is tonight.
Right. Okay.
And then the 14th, which would be that's what today's the 11th. That's Thursday.
I believe Thursday or Wednesday.
So Thursday. So
Wednesday
night. Oh,
Tuesday
okay.
night.
Oh, Tuesday night. Okay. So the 14th is Block B. So with that being said, this is coming to a close very quick. The knockouts and stuff happens
Thursday and Friday, right?
Yes, the 15th, 17th, and then the 18th is the finals.
So knockouts for both nights takes place on the 15th.
Okay. So like yeah. A2 and A3, B2 and B, the bottom A matches, the bottom B matches, those happen on the 15th on the same card. And then the leaders of the blocks, those two matches happen on the same card. And then the finals happens on the 18th. And then usually on the final days, they usually throw in title matches on those cards. So there might be like a junior defense, junior tag. I haven't seen the junior guys in like a while. I kind of missed them. Not gonna lie. I was literally thinking about Clark Connors and Drilla Maloney like a couple nights ago. I was like, yo, get him out here, please. So yeah, that's what's coming up this week. So basically G1 ends this week.
Yep.
Now talking about eliminations. We're in a sticky. We're in a very sticky situation here because if we're just looking at, if we're just looking at who's leading right now, so Zach, of course, we're talking about A Block. Zach, of course, is leading, and then it's Evil, and then there's Naito. So if the G1 were to end right now, it'd be Naito versus Evil, and then whoever wins that goes to face Zack Sabre. But since there's one more night, there is a man that could play spoiler.
Is his name Haruki Goto?
No.
Fuck.
It's the A Block.
Oh, is he in B Block?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, I'm a poser.
The Shota. If Shota beats Evil, Evil is more than likely going to be out of the G1. And it's also depending on who wins their match. Shingo and Jake are both facing elimination, but they're facing each other in this last night. So essentially, as far as I get it right, because Chris Charlton wasn't on commentary last night, so or the last event. So I'm just thugging this one out, just based off his words off of like previous nights. The way I'm going about is if Shingo wins, that third spot becomes his, and then it ends up being Shingo, Naito, and then whoever wins that goes to face Zack Sabre. Sonata faces Zack Sabre. I don't know if he's gonna win. Probably not. I mean, if he does, I don't know if that really does anything. I just know Shingo. Shingo will probably get, if he wins his match, he gets to that spot because he beat Zack Sabre in the earlier days. He beat Zack Sabre, so that kind of if he wins this match, that kind of guarantees him the spot over Evil because I think Evil lost to Zack Sabre. I'm pretty sure. And he also lost to. Did he lose to Naito as well? No, he didn't. He lost to Naito, or no, he lost to Shingo and Great Khan and Zack Sabre. Yeah, so if Shingo beats Jake Lee tonight, he's probably going to take that evil spot. Shingo beats Jake Lee, and then Shota has to be evil. Because if
Okay.
Evil wins, he gets 12, and then he's just automatically moved up.
Mm-hmm.
He will still be in that A2 position,
Yeah,
but
because Zach beat him, right?
yeah,
Yes.
because Zach beat him. But it would guarantee him that spot. So then instead of Evil being in third, it'd be Naito, and then Naito would have to he has Great Khan tonight, so we'll see about
I mean, I
that.
would assume. I would assume Naito wins, but you know.
Yeah, is very is definitely gonna be interesting. I do have Zack Sabre winning that whole block. Um, definitely have him winning it. If not, New Japan needs to burn. But talking about the B block now, the B block is a bit interesting. It's very interesting
Tell me what
because
needs to happen for Haruki Goto to get a spot, brother.
let's see here. So Goto has beaten Oleg, Yoda, and David Finlay. And is that Takeshita? Yes, it is. Okay.
He did beat Takeshi, yeah.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure what needs to happen. This is just me going off the dome here. I'm pretty sure what needs to happen here is Finlay needs to lose his match. And this is very interesting to me. Not because the match will probably be good, but because of the terms of this match for Finlay and then who he's going against. He's going against ELP. Now, if you've been paying attention to New Japan, if you've been paying attention to New Japan for the past like 2-3 years, you would know that after Jay White left, or after he got kicked out, ELP was like Jay White's like kind of like right hand man almost like next to Juice. It was like Juice and ELP. So when Jay White left, Finlay kicked ELP out, beat him up, had everyone beat him up, had everyone turn on him. Kenta, Taiji, everyone that was in Bullet Club at the time, they turned on ELP. So ELP, he could play spoiler here and possibly get Finlay out of the playoffs. Possibly, if he wins this match.
That'd be beast.
If Finlay wins this match or loses this match, and then Goto beats Hanare, then Goto gets that Finlay spot more than like I'm pretty sure. Goto gets that Finlay spot. So then it would be Cobb, Ren, and Goto.
Oh,
But
brother.
but then you go to Takeshita, who has Ren. Takeshita has 8. Takeshita has also he has beaten Oleg, Goto, Yuya, or no, I'm sorry. No, he beat ELP, Yoda, Cobb, and Ari. So if he beats Ren tonight, I really don't know because like
I don't think Takeshi's beating Ren.
I would love for him to beat Ren, but yeah, he's probably not going to beat Ren. Ren like the cheating has been working. He's been more successful on the cheating.
Oops.
And it just seems like it's not going to stop here. As much as I would personally love it to stop, it's probably not. But if he were to play spoiler, okay, we're not even playing spoiler because he could just take the spot completely. I'm pretty sure. If he takes that spot, that'd be great for playoffs. Do I think he will? No. So pretty unfortunate. I'm pretty sure Jeff Cobb is like leading the block. So again, if Goto wins his match, Finlay loses his. And then there's also the main event, which is Cobb versus Yoda, which Yoda is also still in contention.
Mm-hmm.
If he wins his match, he could still, he could still make his way to the playoffs. So fucking ridiculous. I ain't gonna lie. It's freaking ridiculous. And it seems like they're not gonna do any like 3 ways or 4 ways to figure
Yeah,
anything out. So it's really just coming down to just, like, how are they gonna do, the values of wins? Because as far as it's been explained to me, is like if you beat someone who's at the top of the block, and then y'all end up with the same amount of points, you usually take their position.
Yeah, yeah.
So
It's the
if
same way
Yoda
in
beat,
like football,
yeah,
where like
yeah,
if there's two teams with the same record but they're like in wild card contention, if you beat
mhm,
that team, you get in. Like or like
yeah, okay,
uh divisional winners and that kind of shit.
okay, yeah. So if Yoda were to be Cobb here, pretty sure he gets his spot, or he gets that top spot, because they're all gonna have 10 points, or no. Oh my god, Ren, because Ren's probably gonna beat Takeshita, so he's
Sounds
gonna
about
have
yeah.
12. He's gonna have 12. He's gonna be in that Zack Sabre spot, basically. Um,
So
so him having
Ren beat Zach. Is that what you're saying?
no. I'm saying he would be in the same spot as Zack is in his block,
Oh, okay.
where he
I
has
see. Okay,
yeah.
yeah. No, fuck me. I keep getting confused. This is fucking confusing.
It's so
I get the
fucking,
blocks confused again. Fuck me. Go ahead. Keep
but
talking. Sorry.
fucking basically going off of predicts, like what I see happening is if Ren wins his match, oh my god, oh, oh, how do you pick the wrong people for B block? I don't know, bro. I don't know if Goto's gonna be. I don't know how Goto's gonna.
Yeah.
I really don't.
I'm losing faith. However,
Uh,
I'll never shut up about it. You know what I mean?
yeah, I I'm pretty sure it's Finlay. Finlay has to lose that match. As far as I see it right now, in order for Goto to get through, because Goto match comes first, and then it's Finlay's right after. It's Goto's match, Finlay's match, Takeshita versus Red, and then Cobb versus Yoda. So, and then on this card would have been Oleg versus Yuya. I'm pretty sure that would have went.
Fuck.
Um, yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure that was gonna go first. And then if Yuya was here, it would have been even more confusing
Yeah, yeah.
because Jesus Christ. Um, so the way I'm seeing it, Goto wins his match. He has 10. Finlay loses his match. He gets knocked down because Goto beat him.
Pussy.
Takeshita Ren happens. Ren probably wins that. He gets 12. He's the block leader. Cobb versus Yoda. I don't want Yoda to get out right here. It's some fucking bullshit in my opinion. Because
Yeah.
out of all of your young guys, Ren is the one that makes it through.
Yeah,
Are
it's
you
a little fucked.
serious? Um. So yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen there. Takeshita, he will probably be back home. Um, yeah, just in time for. He's actually gonna be there before Cardiff. He's gonna be back before Cardiff, so they might give him the week off. He might pop up in Cardiff. He might do the gauntlet match. Um, it's looking tasty as G1 season ends, and everything else kicking off. Unfortunately, we would probably have to do these breakdowns again when the Mario tournament starts.
Yeah.
Then the end of the fucking month. You know what? Hey, during school season at that.
Yeah, it's a little fucked up.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
thi-
yeah. But
we should also. Hey guys, we're both in school still, so if a week pops up where we're both just busy, I'm sorry. Schoolwork comes first, okay?
yeah.
Depending on what it is. Anyways, so yeah, that was the G1 breakdown. Thank you, Khalid,
Yeah.
for that. There was no chance I was gonna fucking coherently put that together. However, the way I see it is Goto and Suji is fucking B1 and B2, and then let's see, Shingo and Naito are or no, fuck, A2 A3 is what I meant, or B2 2, B3 is what I meant. And then A2 and A3 are Shingo and Naito. And then and then it all comes down to Haruki Goto and Zack Sabre Jr. in the finals, and I'm happy.
That's what I'm personally hoping for.
That's exactly what I'm fucking. Yeah, I don't know how realistic that actually is, but we'll see what happens, folks. We'll see what happens, folks. I'll try and stay up for it.
I think it's because that show that they had 2 nights ago, they started early as fuck, or not early, but earlier than usual. They started at 3. This one's starting at or the A block show tonight is starting at 4.
For your time?
Yeah, for my time.
All right, I'll see. I've been in absolute fucking shambles. I don't know why. I like try to stay up. I need to stay out of bed. Is the real issue.
You're not lying. Like
if I get into bed, it's over. It's fucking over. Especially if I have this fucking fan on me, it's over. I'm dead. Actually, pass the fuck out. So I'll try and stay out of bed. I'll play college football or something until it comes on, and then we'll see what happens.
I would like to also still on New Japan. Yeah. They have randomly dropped their Super Junior Tag League, like not their cards, but the dates for them. Which will be end of October, going to the beginning of November. They also dropped their day for Destruction in Kobe, which would be September 29th. And then all their Road to Destruction cards. Capital Collision, end of the month. Please tune in.
End of this month, yeah.
Yeah, end of this month. It's looking kind of tasty. I'm not
gonna lie. Looks pretty good.
The Shingo Takagi 20th anniversary event, beginning of September, and also Yuji Nagata 40th anniversary.
Oh yeah.
Blue Justice.
Oh yeah.
What's that? 14? Yeah, Blue Justice 14. That's going to be in October, beginning of October. We're there, brother. That usually produces like some type of Nagata singles match.
That'd be awesome. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, brother. Yeah.
I know in September, Takiamania is at some point, and fucking Shibata and Suzuki's on that card. There's another match that I saw that I was like, oh fuck, but I forgot what it was. That's gonna be good, hopefully. So yeah, we're busy.
Yeah.
A lot of wrestling gonna be happening. All In is in exactly 2 weeks, I'm pretty sure. All Out is a week or 2 weeks after that.
I'm a little excited.
Again, the Marigold tournament. It's a whole lot.
It's a lot going on right now. Honestly, regardless of how things are being booked per se, I just like that there's just a lot of wrestling going on.
There's a lot of wrestling going on.
One place. Booking's bad in one place. I can go somewhere else and be like, yeah, you know what? Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feels good to be a wrestling fan.
Feels good to be a wrestling fan. AEW Collision was on Saturday. I actually very much. Well, I love Collision. However, this Collision, I very much liked this Collision. I don't know what it was. There was like a good pace going. Like even the matches that
it flowed.
It's very nice. Yeah. Even the matches that I wasn't like totally in on, I was like, this is fine. I'm hanging out, dude. I'm watching wrestling. Kicked off the show with Darby Allin and Hologram versus the Premier Athletes. What I liked about this show, though, genuinely, it had these 2 tag teams that like are facing talent that seemed like, or not, obviously seemed to be because Hologram, but talent in the company that seemed to be like coveted, So like Darby and FTR specifically, they're like being put in these positions to actually show out, and FTR's been doing it ever since the Arlington residency started, but the Premier Athletes are like them, and then again the Outrunners are like two teams that I feel like could have a spot in this division
I
if
seen
they
your
were
tweet
just the
about the
Outrunners.
outrun.
Yeah, the Outrunners
Think you like,
specifically, I think
yeah,
could actually have like a imagine them in like a blood feud, but like
mm,
dropping the comedy the same way 2.0 did during their
yeah,
like blood feuds with Blackpool Comic Club, that kind of thing.
mm-hmm.
I think it could be cool to at least try. Like,
Yeah,
give the tag division something fucking new. Throw it in there, see what happens. I don't know. But Darby and Hologram versus the Premier Athletes was good, a bit sloppy at times, but still good. I think Josh Woods is just a real that's a real grappler right there, you know what I mean? This fucking match, dude. First, okay, they had a vignette for Thunder Rosa and Deonna Purrazzo, the Texas Bull Road match, that was voiced over by fucking Dustin Rhodes, which, I mean, just a huge pop in my household. By household, I mean me alone on my couch watching the show. Uh, yeah, that shit fucking ruled. And the match was even better. Genuinely fucking awesome match. This was only 10 minutes, and they maximized every fucking second. Thunder Rosa bled like a motherfucker. She got herself very good. That spot where she like drop kicked the chair into Deanna.
yeah, bro.
Oh my god, bro, brutal. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I like this match a lot. And then Thunder Rosa cut a very very good promo afterwards as well. Um, on Twitter that very emotional. I liked it a lot. Um, good stuff. F2 on the Outrunners. Again, not a match that was like blow away, but cool, good, nice little TV match. That's about all you need at that point, really, from these teams, I guess. Roosh and Preston Vance. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch this shit.
Oh, Rush beat the absolute shit.
I know he bled.
Somehow,
I saw him bleeding. That's about
yeah,
it.
yeah. He was bleeding. It was like a. It started out. Preston came down to the ring like, no gimmick at all. He was like, "Yo, the fuck are you doing? The fuck, what the fuck was all this?" Because if you know like the lore like LFI, you know that Preston left Dark Order, where he was selected by Brody Lee. He was selected by Brody Lee, given the mask and the name of 10. And he left that to go join LFI. And now LFI is just gone. Like that, just poof, just gone like that. So I'd be pretty upset too. I'm not gonna lie, I'd be pretty upset too. Um, and then Roosh, Preston did the, come on, bro, like, come on, dude. What the fuck? Roosh was like, heater forearm. Boom, bell rings, ding, 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 ding. I think they started scrambling in the middle of the ring for a little bit. I think Roosh hit the ropes, and then Preston did his, the even though it's like one of his only good moves. Yeah, he has two good moves.
True.
His discus lariat, his spine buster. And
Yeah.
he did that damn spine buster. It's been so long since I've seen his spine buster, so I'm not gonna lie. I was like like because like he like in that place, it was like since the camera's so much more closer, he does that flex after, so
Mhm.
everything is popping out of this man's body. So I was like, oh my fucking goodness, is this guy like a beast or something?
He's on a fucking stack, brother.
And then Roosh, he got the beat on him. They went outside of the ring. Roosh did his thing. That's where Preston started bleeding. I think Preston got a little bit of offense after that. It was mainly like a squash with Preston trying to fight back. Um, Roosh, he did that's the bull, get the horns, drop kick the shit out of him. I'm not gonna lie, it was one of the best ones I've seen. He gave it to him. Match ended, and then Roosh was like, you know what?
I
I'm
think I
not
saw
done.
this part because Roosh was he was trying to find the fucking extension cord and he couldn't
Cable,
find
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. Fucking, yeah. He went in there, he drop kicked his ass again, and then went to go look for the cable, find it, and he went to talking to camera. Don Callis. Don Callis was watching the match. They all showed that Don Callis was watching the match. So.
Did we lose him?
Huh?
Your camera froze.
Oh, fuck. LFI is over with. It seems like for now. I don't know what they're gonna do with
I mean,
Dralistico.
it was so
Preston.
weird.
It
Rouge
was
posted
like,
that video that had Jose in it, and
yeah,
then he was like talking up LFI, and then he had this
yeah.
match against Preston, who was formerly maybe in LFI. Uh, we'll see, I guess. I don't know. I think they should just run Roosh and Mortos and just like pretend that LFI doesn't exist. Yeah, I mean,
I mean, they like see the.
or you know what,
I'm
dude?
pretty sure,
Fuck it,
like,
just put Mortos in LFI.
yeah, that would make way more sense. Like, I think the whole thing with like Roosh is because like since it's not a AEW made group, it
Yeah,
is Roosh's group. Like all
yeah.
the like LFI and LI, like that's all him. So I feel like he didn't just want it to just like disappear out of nowhere. I guess I don't know. Cassidy at Battle of the Belts. And then he was in that Homecoming tag. He's only been on TV twice, twice, and that was in January. So all this time he's been off TV. Same thing for last year. Like barely had any matches on TV. So I don't know what they're doing with him. Same thing for Jalisco. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Um, Jalisco, I think he does he still work for AAA? Yeah, he does. Still works for AAA.
Oof. I feel like
Did
at this point, that's a fucking,
yeah,
that's a
yeah,
death sentence.
yeah, pretty. Well, his last AAA match was in April, so I don't know. And then his last match in general was in May. He had a match against Gringo Loco on GCW. So I don't
Riveting.
know. I don't know. Riveting. I don't know what they're gonna do with him. If they're just gonna have Jalisco and Preston Vance be a tag team, or if they're gonna give Jalisco like a luchador to tag up with. Um, I don't know. I don't know. And then Preston like put Preston with someone else, or just have Preston go to ROH. Preston
That
probably be good for ROH.
seems, yeah, that
I feel
seems like he would be like a good person to put in those TV title scrambles or whatever the fuck. Or survival of the fittest.
They have like no like power like singles powerhouses on ROH. I don't think.
Not
So
many,
yeah,
at least.
I mean like Brian Cage will work a show like every once in a while. But I
Yeah.
think he's more AEW. This so like if you have Preston, more ROH, and then give him the rep so he can just just get a little
Improve.
better at least on the mic and stuff.
Yeah. AEW World Title Eliminator match. People were mad that we got to see Tomohiro Ishii versus Swerve Strickland.
I think people don't understand what a open challenge is.
Yeah.
Open challenge. People were talking about story and like.
Bro, shut the fuck up.
It should have been Hangman. It's an open challenge match.
It's an open challenge on a random episode of Collision.
On a random episode of Collision.
Please, use your brain.
Let's use
your fucking use your fucking noggin.
Like, please.
For 2 seconds.
Actually,
also, it's Ishii.
And when the barking was, I was like, oh yeah, we're getting a bit because me and you we said like Ishii versus Swerve. Yeah. We said this like a while ago. We was like, oh yeah, they should definitely run that, and they did. So like,
people are fucking moronic. I feel bad for whoever made that post on the Recipes account because that specific post, motherfucker.
It's so because how did that post?
Yeah, out of all things,
like what the fuck, like
yeah, people are fucking stupid. The match was good though; it was fun. I liked it a lot. I think it was after this that there was the Bryan Danielson sit-down segment with Jim Ross. This one wasn't as good as the Swerve one, but Bryan did bring up that before the end of the year, he's going to have neck surgery. That's just very sad. You brought it up to me. It didn't even click for me until you said it. He's not going to be at Wrestle Kingdom. He's not going to be at Dynasty. It's so fucking over.
It's super over. Like, we're not going to get the... If Kenny were to come out, we're not going to get the Kenny Omega Bryan Danielson tag team match. Like, it's like, we're fucked. We're just fucking screwed. We're
done. So over, man.
It's so fucking over. Like,
Yeah, it's just not great news. I was really hoping we would get to see Brian. I'm sure at some point we will. He's not done wrestling, obviously.
yeah.
I was hoping at some point we would get to see him in the dome again. Again, hopefully it happens. We'll see. We'll fucking see, I guess. Sheeta had a squash match, but then afterwards, she cut a fucking awesome promo. Like, one of the better promos out of an AEW show in a while. Calling out Mercedes Moné. So on Wednesday, it's going to be Hikaru Shida versus Mercedes Moné for the TBS title, or it's an eliminator match. One of the two.
It's for the TBS.
It's for the title. Okay. That match is gonna be fucking awesome. She was like, "I'm the fucking ace of the division. Give me the match. Fucking run it." Fucking so sweet. Simple. It really is. Simple. It's so fucking. It's so easy.
It's so easy.
Wrestling's so easy.
People always talk about like, oh, like, you know, the language barrier is too much. Like, you can't have these people. First language isn't English. They can't be champions. They can't do. It's easy. If you book them in a dominant fashion, they don't even have to be like a heel or a baby face.
Yeah.
Because they're probably naturally going to get it on their own. Like Sheeta, like Riho.
Just put fucking captions. Just put captions on the screen. The World Wrestling Federation did it for Giovanni Vinci. They do it for Shinsuke. It's not that hard. Fucking
those
idiots.
Pre-tape promos. Those do be pre-tape promos. They be. I noticed they do all like AEW like Sheeta. She did that promo right after the match, so like they never fucking have.
I mean, the thing is, like, okay, it is. They are pre-tapes.
But if they were to do pre-tape promos, which they should invest in pre-tape promos. They should invest in pre-tape promos. I just feel like it would work out so you could actually utilize a talent. If you feel like you can't utilize them right now,
yeah.
Even though Takeshita was getting booed out,
I was literally about to say that. Even if it's not a pre-tape promo, you put Takeshita out there after he does like some effective shit, like storyline wise. Let him cut a promo in Japanese.
People will go on Twitter. They will fucking.
They'll watch it, but also like, there's ways you can like. If you want to be the company that has these talent or has this talent on your roster of like, you know, foreign talent on your roster, get somebody on commentary that like can speak those languages as well, that can translate. Chris Charlton, you know what I mean? Like, it's not that hard, brother. I'm not saying hire Chris Charlton. I mean, like, find somebody like Chris Charlton that can do it. It's not that fucking hard. Idiots. Anyways, this main event fucking rocked. Bang Bang Gang versus House of Black for the number one contendership for the trio titles at All In, and the special guest referee was Christian Cage in a fucking turtleneck. He looked fucking ridiculous. Fucking awesome match though, genuinely. Again, Juice was like mega over in this fucking building. All three of the fucking Bang Bang Gang were really. The finish is just, dude. It was so funny. Both teams were down. Christian was counting 10, you know, and then Buddy Matthews stood up at like 8, and Christian fucking speared the shit out of him, and then he counted 9-10. The match ended. So the double KO. This is obviously leading to like all three teams are gonna wrestle at All In, but yeah, that shit was fucking hilarious. Very good episode of Collision. I really wish that they would like just stay in this area. I know at some point it would like probably wear off, you know, the crowd being as good as they have been, you know. But I mean, you made a good point actually. They have that. It was like Cleveland, right?
I believe it was Cleveland or somewhere in Ohio. They like essentially they're getting paid. Like AEW is getting paid to do something. It's whether it's a residency thing or it's a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Because WWE they got something similar for
SummerSlam.
They got like 25 million or something like that. AEW got like 20 or like somewhere in there, somewhere in like the same range. So they could definitely be running a residency in Cleveland. I feel like it would make sense if you're gonna have Mox back pretty soon.
Yeah, yeah.
That's probably what they're gonna do. So like right now, like Collision's like, it's like a luchador spot kinda because they're right at the border. You know, when they go to Cleveland, it's probably gonna be like more Mox endorsed stuff. So you might get your little astronaut little appearance, who
Hey,
knows?
they know.
Um, you
Imagine he just
know,
runs fucking shoot style shows.
crazy. Insane.
Speaking of Mox, I wanted to ask you a question. Not divulging any information that we're, privy to. What is your reaction if Brian? Because okay, with the neck surgery thing in mind, I thought about this and it made me. What's your reaction if Mox is in the gauntlet, wins, and then wins the title at All Out from Brian?
I can't endorse that.
Thank you. I was about to get vitriolic if you were gonna. I came to my mind and I was like, I mean, because like, the plan apparently was like a big story. That's what Dave was talking about a couple months ago. It was like a big story for Brian, where like he really wanted to prove this, like he was ready for the championship, and then he was gonna win it. Or they didn't say he was gonna win it, but it was like a clear uptick in like when they were like actually gonna start picking up on the retirement story. But then I think the neck thing like came up again, and so he like heavily lessened his work. Like he was supposed to do blood and guts, he didn't do blood and guts. So it makes you think that like they made the decision for him to win the title, which I assume he's going to, for him to win the title at All In, and then the next stuff came up. So like, I don't know, he would have to work from August 25th, I think is All In, to, I mean, just whenever he loses it, I would assume he would lose it in Tacoma, Washington.
So October 12th.
And in between then, obviously, he would have All Out and Grand Slam, which is already confirmed to be Darby. So, like, I don't know, man. It's scary.
Darby, the Darby match wouldn't be too bad on his neck. I don't be too bad.
Maybe, yeah.
Like,
I don't know. It was just a hypothetical I thought of, and it made me mad. And I wanted to see if I was wrong for being mad.
President made him mad. Let me ask Khalid. That is crazy. Fucking yeah. I mean, yeah. That's a schedule right there. Let's see.
Because like, with Brian as the world champion, I'm not saying that he would want to wrestle weekly, but I would assume he would want to like get the most out of the run that he can. That schedule is scary.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's like a whole. Well, it's a whole month before you even get to Grand Slam because Grand Slam is on September. So it's a whole month of you have him. You're probably not gonna have him defend the title at all.
I mean, he's gonna defend. He has to defend it all out. I would assume, right?
Yeah, he does. He does have to do All Out. I mean, well, no, he doesn't have to do All Out, but
I mean, yeah, they didn't have. Well, to be fair, it was they added a week, but last year there was no world title match. I don't think, right? It was main evented by Mox and Orange. So, man, I miss that Mox. You know what I mean? A Mox that could sell a fight in a week. Rest in peace, brother.
This guy.
Oh yeah, wait. The fucking 0 hour. They added that. This is another thing that people got mad at. Tomohiro Ishii and Willow Nightingale versus Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway at all in, but it's on the pre-show. I'm not gonna lie, brother.
They're gonna do the match at All Out, like.
Yeah, I would assume they will. They really fumbled the fuck out of that story. They have. It's rather sad. I'm looking at cards coming up for AEW. Right, okay, Dynamite. 254. Here's the card for Dynamite 254, and then I think after that, we'll wrap it up, I think, maybe?
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Jay Lethal versus Adam Page. I knew we were going to get an Adam Page match. They're in Norfolk, Virginia. Swerve Strickland versus Wheeler Yuta. Khalid, you're not gonna believe it.
Uh-oh.
The Young Bucks are showing up to wrestle. Not only that, they're defending their AEW World Tag Team titles.
That was like when that graphic popped up, I was like, oh. Wow, we were like really back. Like they really watched the podcast. Like they definitely.
Dude, that's we were fucking. Khalid and I were. Collision had just started. It was, what were the three things? It was the new hologram, more tag team wrestling on the show, hologram gear.
and then they announced the Bucks and the Acclaim.
Oh no, it was it was the Jim Ross segment. I was like, all three of those things we talked about on the pod. Listen, guys. Recently. Well, in the past couple weeks. Listen, guys. Tony Khan, what's up, brother?
Will Washington, buddy.
Will Washington, what's up, dude?
We love you out here, man. We love
MJF, maybe. I mean, that guy fucking seems to be watching all these goddamn podcasts. He knows who these people are. So, like...
Stop tweeting, MJF.
Yeah, bro. Can we calm down, please?
Please.
Like, if you're not racist, you're making yourself look super racist.
Really?
It's getting crazy. You're talking about crack babies and shit.
I personally was offended because like anyone can be a crack baby. Like,
yeah, I mean
it's whole, like there's a whole time frame of crack babies.
The thing is like saying that the term crack baby is racist towards black people is almost kind of a little racist. Am I wrong in saying that?
Yeah.
It's like a little. It's like too assumptuous.
Yeah, because you're like, oh,
black
people crack.
Yeah.
Everyone does fucking crack.
But like, still, it is fucking crazy. Like,
that is crazy to just throw, just. Oof.
But at the same time, like racist people have used that term specifically for black people. So it's like, it's fucking weird, bro. It's weird as fuck. It's just fucking weird.
No, just stay away from the term. You could have just said like somebody didn't go to school. Somebody
call him poor.
Study their lesson, you know.
You've done that for so many people. Just call him poor. Call his mom fat. I don't fucking know. Like just.
Let's go do like a offensive word search.
Yeah,
let's
bro.
Get all those terms. You know, make sure you remember them and just say, just don't ever just no. And also don't bring up people who not being able to speak the language, but that's another day.
Yeah, that's just.
That's bad.
I get what he's going for, right? I get what he's going for with the gimmick. But it's 2024, brother.
Yeah, it's not 1989. I'm sorry.
The joke can't be, you're not white. That's crazy. Okay? That's wild. Be a little more creative.
Crazy Maxwell. Come on, man.
For the second time in this podcast, use your fucking noggin.
Use your...
Please.
Fucking noodle, please. Use it. Come on, dude.
Fuck me. Anyways. AEW TBS title match, Mercedes Moné versus Hikaru Shida, as we talked about, is also on Dynamite. I'm going to look a little bit at Cage Match at upcoming shows just to see if there's anything that I may have missed, but I don't think there is. Holy shit, Triple Mania, what's on this show?
Oof.
Nick Nemeth versus Alberto El Patron 2.
Unfortunately, there is a big match coming up in a company that, we're not really the biggest fans of.
Is it GCW?
It's Rev Pro.
Oh, what is it?
Zack Sabre and Hechicero.
Oh, yeah, that is happening, huh?
Uh-huh. It's happening the day before All In.
I guess I'm going to have to deal with that stupid ass fucking...
And then
team.
there's a Rev Pro Undisputed British Women's title match. It's Danny Luna versus Question Mark. It's probably going to be an AEW.
Yeah, I would assume so. Yeah. Dude, Commander versus Laredo Kid versus Matt Riddle. Are you tuning in? Be honest.
You said, am I tuning in?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Oh,
I
wait.
am glad to tune in. I'm gonna have to tune into DPW High Moon. They're having a
Yeah, that's in fucking Pasadena, I believe, right?
yeah,
When is that?
The 18th. So like next week.
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah, wait.
interested.
Calvin Tanger versus Trevor Lee. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah,
Oh, Adam Priest versus Kevin Blackwood.
I might have to tune in. I might have to see
Jake
what
Something and
is.
Mike Bailey versus ABC. I'm a huge Jake Something fan. That's well known. Um, to be clear, I actually don't have anything against the guy. I just think his name is fucking stupid. Wait, I fucking missed it. I think the Young Lions tag. Did I miss that shit?
Yeah, probably.
Fuck. How was it?
I probably missed it too.
Fuck. Okay. We'll have to go back and watch that, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
That's been the Graps podcast. Thanks everybody for watching. Like and subscribe.